So Brian Moran, very emotional the other day when he found out he was coming to the big leagues.
You look forward to it. You hope it'll happen. There's moments where you don't think it'll happen. And then when it does, you're just flooded with emotion. Which I kind of am now.
30 years old, and his brother, his younger brother, Colin, is going to be due up second this inning. Family here, Bill and Diane are here, and I don't think that you could have drawn it up any better after all these years and all the trials and tribulations that Brian Moran not just gets to get to the big leagues and get his opportunity, but also share it with someone who he probably played wiffle ball 1,000 times in the backyard. A brother has never faced a brother in a pitcher-batter matchup until right now.
Brian versus Colin, and first pitch is outside, way outside, off the catcher's mitt. Ball one. Brian Moran said the last time he faced his brother would have been in the backyard playing wiffle ball.
As Brian Moran said the other day, the chances of this lining up is pretty unbelievable. Great moment for the family.
1-0 pitch coming, and Colin takes ball two outside.
Now Brian has watched Colin rip a couple of doubles, so what's he done? He said, you know what, I'm going to stay away.
2-0 pitch is poked foul into the netting above the third base dugout. 2-1.
Moran got to AAA as a 23-year-old. And gets to the major leagues for the first time on the eve of his 31st birthday. And he's behind on his younger brother.
For Brian, just the second batter he's ever faced in his big league career.
Here's the 3-1. Fouled back, and now it's 3-2. Comes down to this, perhaps.
Showdown.
A little bit of a smile from Redbeard. You don't see much emotion from him, but after that foul ball, he kind of looked toward his brother and smiled. Brian Moran facing his brother Colin, the 3-2. And it's a called third strike. No mercy. Colin, who rarely says anything to the home plate umpire, says something on his way back to the dugout.
I got to put this on Colin. Colin decided that this at bat was going to end as a strikeout or a walk. I mean, it's as simple as that. We talk about it all the time. 3-2 pitch. He didn't try to foul it off. He wasn't going to go down. He thought it was a ball, and a borderline pitch goes Moran's way.
Called strike three. How do you like that? First big league strikeout is his own brother.
Brian looked at his brother, and now they make eye contact as Colin Moran's walking back to the third base dugout. How about that? Brian Moran's first major league strikeout comes against his brother. And it's a moment neither one of them will ever forget.
And we'll never see it again for a while anyway.
If history is our guide, it'll be a long, long time before we see it again.
If someone told him years and years and years ago, your first big league strikeout is going to be against your little brother, no one would believe it.
A really cool moment here. We all just saw baseball history. Brian's the older brother. Just made his major league debut. The second batter he faced was his brother, and he struck him out for his first big league K. Couldn't write a better script. That's awesome.
Your dad kind of didn't know how to react. I mean, just what do you make of just that moment as a family?
Yeah, I tried to find where they were at going up to the plate, see what their looks looked like, but because I was the second batter, so I was kind of peeking over while he was facing Reynolds, but it was only that one pitch. But yeah, I mean, just the support they've given us, and then the support I've gotten from my brother my whole career, it made it special just to see him, be able to follow through on his dream and achieve that. Was pretty hard to explain.
If anybody in the last 10 years would have said to you, Colin, Brian's going to not only become a big leaguer, but his first strikeout is going to be you, what would you have said?
Yeah, a little bittersweet there, but he made a good pitch. I was looking heater, figured he'd come after me, but he made a good pitch on a 3-2 count. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I've never faced him my whole life. We've been 4 years apart, and for it to happen on a big league mound for the first time is kind of wild. So yeah, there's certain moments I feel like that happen up here that you just have to take a step back and really appreciate how hard it is to get there and really enjoy the moment.
Thanks so much. What a night for Brian Moran. Brian,
We talked to you the other day. You were so overcome with emotion at getting called up. Tonight, running out of that bullpen, taking the big league mound for the first time, how would you describe that moment?
It was unbelievable. I don't know if my feet hit the ground on the way in. I got to the mound and kind of took a look around, and it was special. It was just an unbelievable situation that you can't think of a better night to have in it. I'm just so excited. Honestly, I don't know if I have any words, really.
Well, it was so special because you also got to face your brother, making Major League Baseball history. The last time that you faced him was in the backyard playing wiffle ball. How did you game plan for facing your brother?
I don't know. I tried not to think about it too much when I was warming up in the bullpen. I saw where they were at in the order. When I got the first out, I felt like I was able to take a deep breath. I was a little bit more nervous than I thought I'd be when I saw him get in the box. But then I was able to make a good pitch to get strike three, which felt pretty good. Tomorrow I'll be back to rooting, being his biggest fan. It was pretty cool. I just to be able to get the first strikeout and say that it was your brother is an unbelievable feeling. It's incredible.
Not just strike three, but a called strike three. Colin even had to give you a little bit of an appreciative nod. All right, you got me. How long are you going to savor that moment? How long are you going to hold it over him?
Probably a little while. I had a feeling that if I could just land a slider there, that he might not be expecting it. I felt like it was a high risk situation. If I threw a ball, it would have looked like maybe I was like afraid of him. But I was able to land it, and it felt pretty good. I couldn't believe it. It's incredible. I'm just really, really happy.
You checked off an entire list tonight. Your big league debut, your first strikeout, your first big league win, and you did it all with your family in the crowd. What did it mean to be able to share this night, not only with your brother,
right,
but your mom, your dad, your wife?
It's been an unbelievable, an amazing 3 days, really. I don't think you can write a better storyline. I'm just like so appreciative of them. I'm glad I got it all out of the way, all now. You don't have to think about it too much, but it's been an incredible 3 days. I'm so happy that they were here. I saw them in the stands, when I came in, and it was awesome.
Whether it was taking the mound for the first time, whether it was the strikeout of your brother, whether it was having your family in the crowd, what do you think will most stand out to you about tonight?
That's a good question. I think just getting to take a big league mound for the first time is just so special. To be able to share it with my brother is, something you only dream up, like you said, in the backyard. And I'm happy I got to share it with him. I know he was on the other end of it, but he had a good night as well. He had a couple doubles earlier in the game, so it's just a great night for my whole family, and I'm trying to savor it as much as I can.